Yo, I'm back with another update. So yeah, it's been a while. I did make a video in Bali where I was for the last 3 months, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to upload it. And then in the end, I just didn't. But I've come back and gone, you know what? Yeah, I do want to be making this, documenting things, as well as, my other YouTube channel. It takes a lot of effort to make the videos, and I'm having a bit of a redirection, refocus with this Ecomm brand, which means, I'm going to put less attention into that channel, and yeah, a way of just gathering an audience, documenting the process for me is just making these really easy to do videos and, spitting facts without any editing or planning or anything like that. So brand redirection, I mentioned. Well, what is that to do with? Essentially, end of last year, I had been doing a YouTube channel for the last 2 years or something, providing Facebook ads help. In December, I made a course for that, and I sort of moved my resources towards that, tried to go into that, felt like info product would be a good place, much better margins, easier than Ecomm. Still doing my Ecomm, but I wanted something to bring in more cash, which was not the reality. Info product, despite what people are trying to tell you online, it's still a business. You're basically creating a full business. It's a different niche. You have to learn that niche. You have to learn how you do info products. And yeah, I did it. I sold some of my course, but it's slow and it takes money. And yeah, I've not got the offer figured out. So I said, you know what, I don't really want to do that. Ecomm is the thing that I love, and I'm hurting my brand by moving my resources towards something else. Let's just get back and focus, okay? So that's what's happened. I'm still gonna make content on that channel. I'll still do a weekly video, but I'm gonna be not spending any money on ads for the info product. I'm not really gonna be making short form content, putting much effort into that. It's just gonna be, and I'm gonna be doing less planning in those videos. I think they'll be way more informal, but still giving value in things. Yeah, less polished because it's a slow burner and the brand's what I want to focus on, right? So the change of direction as well, in my last video was talking about how we're going to try Google, and also I was adding more products to get my AOV up. So I finally, that's been months, only now have the second product, which is a sleep mask, just an add-on product. In the warehouses, I've just had the photography finished. I got that this week, and I will build the landing page for that today so that I can then use that in upsells, use that in emails to try and improve my AOV. Because right now in the business, my front end cost is too high to make profit. I actually looked at the numbers. The LTV is actually quite good. I ended up pausing my ads in April because of this, shift to the info product, and I looked at my numbers and it was quite depressing, to be honest. But I ended up actually realizing I calculated my LTV numbers incorrectly, and actually the customer return rate is better than I thought. The LTV is better than I thought. The problem was just that front end cost, which one is having too low AOV, which we're solving with other products. But two was me not having that focus, my attention being taken to another place. And I think that's a big important lesson because the cost to acquire a customer has been going up on the ads. And I put that down to Q1 previously, but because it continued into Q2, really the problem was I've not been making enough effort to create more ads or pay people to make more ads. I've not been putting enough content into the platform, not been putting much effort into that because my attention was distracted somewhere else. And I was kind of a bit tired of it just not working, okay? So yeah, we're refocusing. I think these things are important. Sometimes you're gonna slack, and then coming back and refocusing on what you actually want to do is important. Certainly for me, I have that kind of ADHD mind, and it's easy to go chase the next thing, but I have a good brand, I've built the brand. I just need to tweak things and keep building on it, keep investing in it, which I feel like eventually will pay off, and we'll look back and be like, hey, this is well deserving, and the struggle was for a real purpose, okay? So yeah, another big problem was me like changing the product in last summer. I scaled up too quickly, you know, I changed something and bought a huge amount of stock in that. That change had a adverse effect on my costs for acquiring customers, which I've just had to eat. So, you know, I want to get rid of the stock that I currently have. There's about 1,500 units left, which might, you know, it might take me 6 months, but I'm going to try and get that down as soon as possible. Once we're down below 1,000, I'll probably look to then order more of the same product. This is the product, by the way. But I'm going to move it from a powder to capsules, as I think it's just an easier sell. You know, like I tried to make a differentiator product, but most of the market is capsules. So I'm going to split it into 2 products, I think. One is going to be the core like herbal product, and one's just going to be a booster with glycine, which is an amino acid, which is very effective, but is in so much quantity that it makes me too big for just having, you know, 1 capsule, even if the serving size is 2 capsules. So that's what I've got to do. I think that that's going to be a challenge in itself. You know, there's a lot of work involved in that. But yeah, my plan was either I move to having multiple different supplements for different ailments, like one for hips or like heart or, I don't know, collagen, whatever it's going to be. Or I move it to just double down on sleep and I introduce other products. That's the route I've gone down. So yeah, the supplement's now just going to be one type of product of a suite of products to help you sleep. But I do think the drink is something I want to do. It's just getting the taste right, getting the world bought in on a drink, having more flavors is all resources, which, you know, bootstrapping it just myself, that is harder for me to do. If there was like investors, you'd probably just take a suite of flavors and that's how you'd improve your LTV for each customer. You know, you'd put more work into the actual R&D of the flavors, but that's a lot of time, that's a lot of resource. So for me right now, I think it's easier just to go to a capsule, build the brand, have other products, get it working, and then, you know, as we scale, I can then go back to the dream, the vision of having flavored drinks and making that part of culture. Because I have other product ideas as well on that sort of line. But yeah, it's a long-term thing. So I think essentially it's just, my thing is to refocus and double down on Ecomm. That's the thing I like to do. It's what I want to do. Doesn't matter if it's hard. You know, I don't want to, yeah, I'll sacrifice the time or like the money to make Ecomm my core thing that I'm doing anyway. So other things, maybe just to finish off, I've started Google ads for the brand on the relaunch as well. So I'm actually doing it myself, but I'm paying a guy each week to coach me, because I think even as a media buyer, my day job, I really need to upskill it in Google. So yeah, we're doing that. We're using the brand as the case study, and that's what he's coaching me on. Early days though, I don't think Google's going to be that good. I think it's just going to be a brand campaign. Right now we're doing search, but yeah, like I said, all the other competitors are capsules. A lot of them are cheaper. It's a business where you need the brand, and that's going to be Meta really first and foremost. I'm also trying to get on TikTok Shop. That's proven to be quite difficult to get approval. Based on my documentation, you know, it should be fine. We should get it based on what they've said. So yeah, hopefully I'll get on TikTok Shop, as I have client brands doing really, really well there. You know, they're getting tons of content from affiliates on TikTok Shop, and that would be my route. You know, I'm not really going to build much of a presence on TikTok, but certainly using the affiliates on TikTok Shop is something I would be very interested in exploring, whether the brand works or not. You know, premium supplement, maybe not the right format, but Meta is where I am really going to put my attention. I've been filming new ads. I've like gone back to properly using some science behind it, making efforts, making video ads, making them better, because I've been doing all this content for the info products. So it's like, yeah, better made content works better. So that's what we're essentially doing. I mean, I'll show you here. I have like a little setup there. I was doing a video on the ingredients. and yeah, we'll see how that one does. But I'll probably end up waffling. You know, this has been I've not done a video in a while, so obviously there's a lot to cover. But as I do these regularly, they'll just be quick updates. And I'm fully invested again in the brand, and you know, I've sat down and gone, yeah, we're going to make this work. So come along the journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you another one very soon.